Right, The Running Man has bombed. All disaster for this film. Genuine disaster. Great win for Lionsgate, though. Now You See Me 3 took the crown at the box office. So, thought we'd take a look at the box office. Running Man has really... it's bombed, basically. It's disaster for the film. Dreadful. And I quite liked it. I thought it was, I don't know, fun throwback type film for me. Like a harmless action flick. But maybe people wanted more from it, which is fair. Completely fair. But it bombed. Which goes to show, I guess, as much as Glenn Powell is kind of bringing the movie star back, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Or is it a case of the property itself? Who knows? Maybe the director. Who knows? But let's take a look. Please do hit subscribe if you're new here. Genuinely, just check you are subscribed as well. YouTube has been doing some weird stuff lately. Mark my words, very, very strange stuff. I've had people say, hey, I haven't seen one of your videos for like 6 months. What's going on? YouTube has been just doing weird stuff. So just check you're subscribed. If you could, that'd be great. But let's take a look at this box office report courtesy of Deadline. They're very, very good with their projections. So although this says Sunday AM, the projections 99% of the time pretty much bang on. So worthwhile taking a look at as it is. So as they say, there's plenty of surprise out there for Lionsgate #1 win with Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which is the third movie in these franchise. Is it a franchise? In this film series, which did $21 million, but only a global take of $75.5 million. So that was obviously $54 million from offshore. China did 19.2. I think what's interesting about this is Now You See Me, Now You Don't was the #1 at the domestic box office with $21 million. Now that's actually the biggest story, isn't it? You could be #1 at the box office this weekend with only $21 million. That's actually really bad. And it goes to show the overall state of the film industry at large. Great for Lionsgate. They've done well. But the movie theatres are going to look at this and go, well, that's crap, right? Like $21 million is enough to be #1 at the box office. That's really bad. It's not a big amount. Now, it might be a high amount for, profit and loss and to see whether you exceeded your budget with your intake, maybe, sure. 21 million overall. Not great. Not great. And as they say here, there was clearly more goodwill out there for this IP than, say, for a revival of an Arnold Schwarzenegger 1980 sci-fi film that is clear as Paramount's Glenn Powell starring, Edgar Wright directed, Running Man falls behind on its 20 million plus, tracking to $17 million. Maybe even less, it says, by tomorrow morning with NFL Today. This movie arrived on tracking in the 20 million range and wouldn't budge it up further. Incoming Paramount marketing boss Josh Goldstein, this individual is told, tried to change up some thematic elements in the trailer from the initial ridiculousness of the whole world pursuing Powell's Ben Richards in the first trailer. One decision rival distributors aren't faulting Paramount for on Running Man is the release date. The mid-November release date is the highly coveted James Bond date. It's a great place to launch any movie aimed at men. At least there's the Thanksgiving stretch, which can give Running Man a bit of a path. Now, I don't necessarily think Running Man will be a bomb overall, but we'll look at that in a second. I just think, how can you be #1 at the box office with 21 million? That's insane. That's not a lot. It's not a lot of money at all. Like, that's really such low money. And I think the reason why the Running Man may actually end up doing all right is 80% on audience score, right? 80% audience score, which isn't bad. All ratings slightly lower. But it goes to show not many people are bothered about watching this overall, right? I mean, 1,000 plus reviews on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty bad for a film. It's pretty bad. So that Rotten Tomatoes, take it or leave it in terms of whether it's a good you know, it's a good movie site to look at. But if you look at just the numbers, that's why I think it's quite a worthwhile website to look at. So the percentage might not be super high. Fine, sure, take or leave that. But the amount of people engaging with the website to review it is really low. And that's a worthwhile metric to look at. But even Now You See Me, Now You Don't, or whatever it's called, even that didn't have very high amount of engagement either. 500 plus. It's not exactly a lot, is it? That's pretty bleak overall. Which is, yeah, pretty bad. It goes to show not many people are coming to the theatres this weekend as a whole. Pretty disastrous, I think. And the thing is, this movie, Running Man, cost $110 million to make. So as this article notes, roughly $275 million worldwide to break even. So could it do it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it may genuinely struggle. It may struggle. So we've got the breakdown of Running Man, just to kind of see, which I think is interesting. So, you know, Running Man clearly shows that you can't just align the Austin Texan native with any old property. 55% of those who bought tickets to Running Man went because it looked fun and exciting. Exiting? Deadline, fuck's sake. 40% for the sci-fi genre ahead versus 35% for PAL. But that's still big. Still over a third of people going specifically because of PAL. So the other sad takeaway here is that in a theatrical marketplace starving for new franchises, now the industry has to exercise great caution in rebooting old 80s IP, like Tron Ares, for instance, and Blade Runner 2049. It's not great. It's not good. I mean, as a breakdown, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And again, the film was... I didn't hate it. Good fun overall. Not bad at all. I had a decent time with it. Predator Badlands, though. How's that holding up? I think that's the interesting one here. And we'll kind of scroll through all the way down to how they rounded up. Oh, they haven't rounded up. That's a bit frustrating. We'll scroll back up then. Yeah, it's not doing too bad. Did a 60... What is it looking like? A 66% drop off from first to second week. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's quite low, but still not horrendous. So there you go. Interesting. Running Man has bombed. Will it leg out to being a success? I don't know. I'm gonna... I think word of mouth is okay on it. But I think people are just a bit done with Hollywood for a little while, which is a shame, I think. Anyway, there you go. Thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.